Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot and we are doing another little Patreon video. Before we get started, I want to apologise for having to do this twice. There's some things I didn't really address in last night's video that caused some issues, kind of some comments that kind of hurt me a little bit, to be honest with you guys. And I wanted to address that and also do another video to say that I am going to retain the Patreon. I have deleted it earlier today, but I've kind of flip-flopped back and forth. And to the 8 of you who are currently supporting me, if you wish to withdraw that support, because I flip-flopped a bit, that's perfectly understandable, I completely get it. But I want to thank you 8 personally for giving me that support and believing in the channel, etc, etc, etc. I know not everyone can do it. So let's address, first of all, what Patreon is, and then why we deleted the video from last night and what that's about, and then, excitingly, by the end of this video, we will have an official live streaming schedule. So Patreon, for those who don't know, who didn't see the video from last night, is a way for you to support content creators that you like. If people make content that you like and you'd like them to continue making that content and manage to survive and eat at the same time, that's a good way to support people. I am very, very lucky in that I can currently do this as my full-time job, and I do live in a nice flat, a flat which admittedly is actually a little bit beyond my means. But outside of the flat, I live very frugally, and that's how I manage to live how I live. At the end of the day, I don't really spend much on anything except the jacket, which was a mistake. So basically on Patreon you sign up to donate, say $1 a month, $5 a month, whatever amount, and then on the first of each month that little amount would go out and that would support that content creator. And the idea is if lots of people donate little amounts, it really helps out the creator. It helps us survive and continue to do this as a full-time career, which is becoming more and more difficult as time goes by because of dropping ad revenues and just the horrible copyright practices that YouTube uses. Now, the problem with last night's video, I think I didn't get across some ideas very well, but the comments I want to address in particular, the first one was something like, and this popped up a few times, you go on lots of backpacking trips. I don't, I've been on one, but you go on lots of backpacking trips, doesn't that mean you've got lots of money? Why are you asking us to pay for it? And the fact is, guys, for a start, backpacking is dirt cheap. People who think travelling is expensive are people who are travelling wrong. I mean, you can travel expensive if you want, don't get me wrong. But when I was backpacking around Costa Rica, I spent like £4 a day maximum. The girl I went to Costa Rica with is still out there backpacking around, and that girl has no money to her name. So the idea that backpacking means I've got money spare or something is ridiculous. It just is, because backpacking is cheap. And if any of you are sitting there at home thinking, I want to go travelling but I can't afford it, screw that, save up like enough for the flight and then £100 or so. You can go for 2 weeks and you'd be fine and you'd have an amazing time. I hate this idea. People don't travel because they always limit themselves and they always think, oh, I can't do it for this. All these dumb reasons. Screw it. If you want to go travelling, I promise you can afford to do it. Everyone can afford to do it. So that is like completely a non-point. The other one was something like, aren't you just making us pay for your rent or something like that? And I think part of the problem with that was the goals on the Patreon weren't really addressed to the channel. One of them was a live streaming goal, which again, I don't fundamentally have a problem with, but people did. I've got rid of that. And I'm not. At the end of the day, I pay my rent. And I do odd jobs. I mean, I do some consultancy work for other companies, etc., etc. Social media consultancy and video production consultancy, which is why I don't stream usually because I'm busy at night time doing that, so I can actually pay for the flat and my life, etc, etc. But I do try to live fairly frugally, and that's how I afford to live in the nicest flat. I'm not asking you guys. I hate this idea that people think I'd abuse you guys like that to pay for my lifestyle, like I'm going off swanning off eating swans filled with caviar or something because you guys watch my videos or support me on Patreon, and that's just not the way the world works. But I have massively changed the goals on the Patreon. It is now focused on like one of them is equipment upgrades, one of them is taking the channel on tour, one of them is music, and the big game one is still there. In terms of rewards, they've been limited down. The maximum one is the $50 reward. I got rid of all these big stupid ones. It's really just been pared down and tightened up quite a lot, and hopefully it reads a lot better to you guys at home. The reason I'm doing this, the reason I'm on Patreon, the reason I'm asking you guys who can do it, and again, I have to stress how little I expect from you guys. You've given me so much already. This is only for people who have an extra $5 a month and want to help me out a little bit. That's all it is. It's really not asking for anything more. And if you can't do anything and you're here watching my videos, that is enough, and that is so amazing from you guys. It really is. And look, I've got my webcam all working and HD-ish. It's actually not as HD as it was earlier today for some reason. This is like the 20th time I've recorded this video because I just... But basically, because I'm doing all this consultancy work on this, I am doing what I have to do to survive and blah, blah, blah. But the more work I have to take to keep alive, because that's just kind of the way the YouTube goes, the less time I have to record, the less time I have to edit, the less time I have to live stream. That's just the way it goes, you know? And you talk to a lot of other content creators who are about my level, who have to take other jobs. Because we want to do this, we want to make content daily for you guys. You know, I do 12 videos every week for the past 4.5 years, roughly, because I want to give you guys that content. I don't want to stop. I don't want to have to limit myself to how much we can do. And unfortunately, sometimes it goes that way. So that's why I'm on Patreon. That is the only reason. And if you want to help out, and you can, and that I've got to stress that, don't do it if you can't do it. You know, if you're struggling to make ends meet, which a lot of people are, it's a tough world at the moment. Don't give me anything, really don't. Just watch videos and comment and like, and that is awesome. But if you've got a little bit and you want to help out, that's awesome too. It's completely down to you guys. I want to stress this so much. The comments last night actually really hurt me, that some people think I'd abuse you guys like that or treat you that way. The fact is, there's lots of us on Patreon and we're here for a reason. We're not doing it because we're off hoarding mountains of gold. You know, if PewDiePie hopped up on Patreon, you'd be a little bit annoyed. That's fair enough. The guy's making millions, you know. But when I'm not, and guys at my level and lower and stuff aren't, so this is why we're here. And that's all there is to it. I'm not going to go any further into it. If you want to help out, links down below. If you don't, hi, cool. That's fine too. I still love you. So, right, we're going to move on from that because it's a weird topic. We're going to talk about live streaming. So one of the goals on the Patreon was live streaming. And the reason I haven't been doing it is because I've been doing consultancy work, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I've decided we're going to do it anyway, because at the end of the day, if I'm going to devote to this as much as I can as my career for like the next 10 years or whatever, then I have to go into it. You know, we have to full on go for it. So from now on, 2 nights a week, we'll be live streaming on, I want to say Twitch. I'm not 100% sure. It may be on YouTube. I haven't quite decided. I'd love your opinions from you folks at home. I'd love to know if you want it on Twitch or YouTube, to extol the benefits of both. Twitch has like a subscribe option and buttons and links and all this kind of jazz. And it's like the official Twitching platform, basically. But YouTube puts the live stream on the page, on like the homepage, although I would be doing a live streaming now video, but that puts it on the page and it automatically uploads the content to YouTube afterwards. Now, if it was on Twitch, I would save the video and put some highlights up, so that doesn't really affect you guys at home. It's just what you guys think. I don't really have any preferences either way. I think it's going to be Twitch, but at some point, either next week or the week after, we'll start a live streaming schedule. It's going to be Tuesday and Saturday. Okay, my theory is, I want one where both America and Europe, because they're the main 2 continents. If you guys are elsewhere, I do apologise. It's quite hard to adjust for every continent. So Tuesdays, 7 till 10 GMT, so that's UK time. And Saturday, yeah, we're going to start at 7 till 10 on Saturday as well. Yeah, because that way, if you're in America or Australia or whatever, Saturday, Sunday's easier because it's a weekend and people have less work. So 7 till 10, I am making this up as I go along, Tuesday and Saturday, either next week or the week after, consistent live streaming schedule. You can follow me down below at Twitch. There is a link in the description of this video. If you just click follow, you will get an email notification whenever I start streaming on those days. We may throw some extra ones in here and there. And I will post a video to YouTube every single time saying I am now live streaming. So if you don't want to follow on Twitch, just log on to YouTube. It'll say BestInSlot is now live streaming in like a big video box thing, and you'll just click that and click the link to Twitch and watch me on Twitch for a few hours, be an idiot. And even if you don't want to watch me live stream, that content will still go up onto YouTube. I know I move my arms a lot, by the way. Can I put this out there? I know I move a lot when I talk. Even when I'm recording without the webcam, I do it all the time. You can't see it. Like I recorded Rise of the Tomb Raider earlier today, and I'm like, yeah. So even if you don't want to watch it on Twitch, I will edit it down into some highlights and everything will go on the channel. We are going to kick things off with probably Dark Souls 3. We're definitely going to be playing games that we don't play on the channel. So it's not going to be Spore when that comes out. It's not going to be Minecraft Dinosaurs, etc, etc. It's going to be maybe Primal Carnage Extinction could be a stream game. That'd be really cool. And I think we're going to do a full playthrough of Dark Souls 3 on the Twitch stream, and I'll just boom upload like a 3-hour Twitch video onto YouTube, and if you guys want to watch it at a later date, you will be able to do that. And I've been editing my Twitch, like, layout and stuff all day today. It's all fancy and ready. It's not fancy, but it works. And that's kind of my chat plan, really. That's about it. Thank you guys for joining me. So sorry again that I've had to do 2 videos on this Patreon nonsense. I didn't know how to handle it. Like, I deleted the account earlier today just because some people hurt me pretty badly with their comments and this accusatory tone and this idea that I'd abuse you guys like that. And I just thought, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want people to have this impression of me, you know? But I've decided, no, it's the right thing to do. I know it's the right thing to do for the future of the channel and for my own security and to be able to put myself fully into this channel. I know this is what I have to do. I don't like it, don't get me wrong, I don't like being on Patreon, but it is a necessary evil. And some of you have asked me for ways to support, so this is a way to do it, and that's all there is to it. And we're live streaming. This is both it's a happy video with some little downer notes over here somewhere. And I fixed my webcam. I'm going to show you guys one thing, because it's going to make for a cooler thumbnail. You should be excited. I was messing around with this in the last one. Where is it? Where is it? Ah. Okay, it's not working that well. Do we have any others? Hello, my name is... I kind of look like Donald Trump, but far skinnier. Do we have anything else? And we've got some cool, like, little... We're going to end it there. Thank you very much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. I promise from tomorrow, schedulely, that is scheduled and regularly in the same word. Schedulely content back tomorrow. And that's going to be the Isle. We'll finally show off the Quetzalcoatlus if we can. There's some bugs with it at the moment. That's why there hasn't been a Quetzalcoatlus video, just because it is a little bit bugged and crazy at the moment. Along with some Far Cry Primal. Thank you very much for joining me. Cheers. Much love, as always. And thank you to everyone who supports me from the bottom of my heart. There are some cool rewards down there. Go check them out on the Patreon page. Have a little look. Much love, as always. Bye-bye.